Hi, it's Alexis. Today we're going to talk about negotiation. And negotiation with the most important person in your life. No, that's not your boss. We're not going to talk about how to negotiate a pay raise. However, you can use those techniques maybe to negotiate a pay raise. I'm talking about negotiating with your ex. So, what you need to understand, the first thing you need to understand is never split the difference. There's things in the negotiation when you go and let's say buy a car, you have a budget. You're gonna, let's say, have £5,000 to buy a car. You go to the car dealership and he shows you cars that are 20,000, 100,000 pounds. What's gonna happen? There's an imbalance, so you can't really afford. And why I'm using this image is because most people, when they're in that negotiation with their ex, instead of buy gift or compromise or do crazy things, if you are the car dealership, you have a £5,000 budget and you'll be giving a £20,000 car, you're not going to buy flowers to the car dealers or buy chocolate or whatever, or offer them to go on a trip. Actually, you would not be able to drive the car itself if it's so far from your budget. So you need to understand, basically, you need to understand what do you want and agree on terms. That's the key thing about negotiation. You have to know what you want and also what you don't want. So it's very important when you come at the table of negotiation with your ex, you need to be clear about the things there's no compromise with. What I want is to have kids. If your ex doesn't want kids, it's the end of the negotiation and you can't really have an in-between. For example, in that case, between not having kids and having kids. Or maybe a dog, but that doesn't work that. Anyway, dogs. I lost my train of thought. Anyway, it's all about understanding what you want and what you don't want. Because if you basically let go on some things that are really important for you, then you start on the wrong foot. And it's going to be very hard for you to be happy and fulfilled in a life where you've made compromise on things that really matters to you. So it's very important for you when it comes to negotiate with your ex to really understand what you want and really understand also, maybe more importantly, what you don't want. If you don't want to be in a relationship where it's an open marriage, for example, and you want your ex and your partner to be faithful, but they say, yeah, but I'm not like that. I'd rather have different, several relationships at the same time. That's a deal breaker, and there's no way to negotiate. Okay, it's very important for you to know where is the limit and not try to sort of compromise on these things. However, once you've shared those things with your ex, now you can hear what they want and find sort of similarities or correlation. Not basically diluting what you want, but trying to find ways for you to agree on things. Okay, or construct basically the solution together. And what I want you to understand or to visualize, and when you have a problem with someone, with your partner, with your ex, it's all about looking at the problem from the side, each of us next to the problem, and trying to solve that problem rather than having that problem between ourselves and just arguing with that problem. So there's a problem and we're going to look at the problem, look at why there's a problem and find a solution together. And it's by co-creating that solution that you're going to find something meaningful for you, meaningful for your health, for your ex, and also sustainable long time. Other tip you need to acknowledge is how you express yourself. You need to show confidence. Again, I say that a lot. Your attitude is really important when it comes to contacting with your ex. You want to be perceived as a winner, some sort. Same like you're gonna go and buy a car at a car dealership. If the place and the cars are dirty and it's everything is rusty and the salesperson is not dressed properly or these kind of things, you'll be basically less inclined to spend money on cars like that. However, if you go to a car dealership where it's bright and shiny, they have like really cool coffee machine or whatever, the salesperson is really has a nice suit and is really smiling and forthcoming and all these kind of things, you'll be in better mood to negotiate with that person. You'll be more attracted to that person. It's very important for you to understand that in negotiation, there's also the attraction phase. And what you want to achieve is to be on the same level, okay? If you are basically acting or behaving at a lower level, if you're a loser, I'm gonna say really strong words to make my point. If you are perceived as a loser, there's no way you're gonna win that negotiation, right? And just try to picture yourself as you broke up with someone and your ex wants to get back with you, and he's so eager, and you know that with a flip of a finger you can get back with them. It's gonna be too easy and they won't be attracted to you. So that's the bit of the weird thing about relationship and when it comes to winning bad strategy is that actually the way you can increase your chances to get back with your ex is actually by focusing on yourself and building confidence about yourself. And again, we've seen that with all of our clients. Actually, the critical moment or the aha moment on when an ex comes back to you is when actually you sort of forgot about him or her. You have now a girlfriend or seeing someone or have new friends, but really created your own path, not waiting for the other. And this is when and only when the ex would be, oh, actually this person is interesting. Actually this person, I feel I miss that person. I want to get back with that person. So I'm not saying you should pretend to be cool, pretend to have friends, but just be yourself, work on yourself, act as a winner, forget your ex for a little while, and step up your game to be at the same level. Because if you're not at the same level, you're going to lose the negotiation. And that's not what you want, okay? So up your game to aim being at the same level in order to win that negotiation. So I hope that was helpful. You can use that with your boss to get a pay raise, Know what you want, what you don't want. Try to look at the solution to solve that problem. Show confidence, If you go to your boss and ask for a pay raise, don't excuse yourself for having that idea. I want that pay raise because X, Y, and Z. This is what I want because of that. And from that point of view, for example, again, take the example of the boss. If your boss says that you have no other option than working in his company or her company, he's gonna say, yeah, what's my upside of raising your pay, because I know you're never gonna leave and you're gonna be performing anyway. If you're perceived as someone who could just walk out the door and work for a competitor or something else, then your boss will be like, oh, I need to keep that person. It's the same mechanics with your ex. So up your game, be confident, think about your boss, think about the car dealership. And if you have any other questions, if you have any other comments, so there are comments, please comment. I want to see if these techniques work. If you want to speak with me or someone in my team, there are links in the description. If you're watching on your phone, there's a little arrow just to look at the description, to unroll the description. And I will see you next time. Ciao.